Well, welcome back everybody. Let's have a look at Chainlink on this occasion then. So Chainlink has been doing extremely well. We all know that Chainlink, well I know and I have been saying and for a while now, that it's pretty much the strongest cryptocurrency out there. It's proven itself to be that way, because let's have a look at what's been going on here. So when you're looking at the sats levels, this is the interesting one. I mean, we can look at the tether, where we're making steady away higher highs and higher lows, but when we look at the Bitcoin pairing, what we see now is we're seeing Satoshi levels pretty much at all-time highs. But the important thing to note is that Bitcoin was at its all-time high around about this level here. This is when we had a $14,000 Bitcoin. All right, so Satoshi levels, Satoshis were very, very valuable at this point. Now we've almost halved in our Bitcoin value now, and so our Satoshi levels are, easier to achieve. But when we look at the tether pairing, what we do see that we still got a way off before we reach up to this level here, which is $4.50. Now the reason I'm mentioning this is that when we're talking about supports and resistances and new all-time highs, we mean that through both Satoshi levels and through obviously US dollar tether pairings. So what I'm going to put out there now is that there is a chance, and I've just made a video on it, so if you want to see more on it, it's just basically about how I expect Bitcoin to break down from this level now and actually collapse into the $7,000 area, and maybe even lower than that. That will basically give Chainlink an opportunity to make an all-time high, a new all-time high with its Satoshi values, because Chainlink will be brought down. There's no question. It will be brought down with Bitcoin plummeting $1,000 or $1,500. There's nothing that Chainlink can do to escape that. But what it can do is it can, and it's proven itself to be able to recover a lot faster and a lot quicker than Bitcoin. And at that point, we will be seeing peaks and new all-time highs of this level here on the sats levels. It'll take a little while into the new year before we start to see areas like this being topped out, but I would expect that that Bitcoin is going to come down. It's going to bring all these guys down with it. But let's just compare these on the daily. So we've got at the moment Chainlink with this perfect spread, and it pretty much is a perfect spread. This is how you want to see moving averages looking. We have the lowest, well, should I say that the highest amount of moving average here. So we've got the 242, the 200, 200, 50, 50, 21, 10, and so on and so on. They're all spread out like a nice rainbow. That's a very, very bullish posturing. Okay, when you see something like that, it's looking very, very good. It's looking extremely strong. Okay, so for a continuation of the move up, it looks very, very likely to me. Short term, we could easily be brought down to the bottom of the level here, so around $2.50 or thereabouts. That's the lowest I'd expect it to fall down if Bitcoin was to plummet by 10%. We'll be looking at around about that kind of level with Chainlink, and let's just see where that is. We'll do a quick measure move from there to there. That's actually 12%. So yeah, that is the lowest I would expect it to go, to be hitting that green 50 exponential before we find a bounce back up. It's very unlikely we'll get down that low, but we could do. But we'll be recovering a lot faster. Bitcoin, when we look at Bitcoin, it's completely the opposite. We have all these moving averages now making fresh crosses to the down. They're all a lot of them are downwards facing. Even the green 50 exponential, that's right in the middle there. We've got all these lower time frames like the 10 and the 7-day close. The 21's up here. They're all looking like they want to come down, and we're actually opened and closed beneath the 200 exponential and the 242, which is really important for Bitcoin. We've been rejected from the 242 today, so it looks like it wants to come down to me. So it will bring Chainlink down, possibly to that $2.50 area. But once that has happened, Bitcoin is likely to come maybe down a little bit further than that. If that sort of $7,000 area is breached, we'll probably be down there for a while, and then we're going to start to see some really good moves with some of these altcoins, Chainlink especially, and there will be a few other altcoins out there that are really going to start to make decent moves, depending on how they react when Bitcoin moves down. Chainlink, like I say, is one of the strongest, if not the strongest altcoin out there, and probably cryptocurrency in general. It's definitely stronger than Bitcoin, so I might go as far as to say that it's actually the strongest crypto in the entire market right now. That would be, you know, and it doesn't. It's not looking to me like it wants to do anything other than move up. So all I'm saying to you now is beware, because we're about to, and I believe we are about to have a big move. We could have that big move to the up. That's no question. But I'm looking. I'm more likely to. I'm thinking it's more likely to go down, and break down significantly than make a big move up. However, you know, there is that chance that it will do that. I have actually placed a short on this on Bitcoin, but with a very tight stop loss, because last time we closed beneath the 242 here, which was here, we closed beneath there and just plummeted right down about 10%. Now we did recover amazingly as a result of that, so we could actually, now that we've closed beneath there, we could be looking at this just popping right up and just going to the moon again. There is always that chance, but given the posturing of the moving averages, given the way that it's been testing this downwards trend and been supported on it every time, but testing it more and more and more, it looks more likely that it will break down from it. So I'm expecting a breakdown from Bitcoin, which means a breakdown of the market altogether, but it would also mean that coins like Chainlink, you know, will break down. But just looking at the charts, especially when you look at the Satoshi pairings, it's very, 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 very strong. And yeah, waiting for that breakdown to happen and then buying the hell out of it, really. We've got to bear in mind what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin goes below 6,000, then yeah, the market might be a little bit screwed. But you know, there's worse coins to be holding on to than Chainlink, even if you were to buy it now. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, so it's not financial advice, but what I am seeing, I'm seeing perfect spread of the moving averages, both on Sats levels and on and especially on tether pairings, and I'm seeing, you know, very unhealthy, I hate when that happens, very unhealthy posturing with Bitcoin. So there's a contradiction in expectations. I expect Chainlink to go up, I expect Bitcoin to go down. Bitcoin goes down, the market goes down, but who recovers better, Bitcoin or Chainlink? Probably going to be Chainlink. And for a long-term investment, I think Chainlink is probably the more, you know, the better one to be holding on to, because it's proven itself throughout the whole bear trend that we've been in to hold up very, very well, much better than Bitcoin. And yeah, I mean, that's all I've got to say on it, really. So again, just to recap, we're looking at a possible breakdown of Bitcoin's value into the 7,000s and maybe lower over time, but we are also looking at a breakdown with Chainlink. But given the fact that our moving averages are all spread out like a nice positive rainbow, we've got plenty of places to be supported from and to make continuous moves up. So I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice weekend and take it easy. Thanks for watching.